Hey guys, Joe here with Dradger Farms. We are in the middle of the property right now. The goal today is to kind of open up some canopy, maybe play with a few hinge cuts. It's not really quite warm enough to do that, but we're in this middle, basically peninsula, and I'll show you right here where we have this row, with my cousin Daniel here, this row of, you know, brush and trees and things like that, again, to like the middle of the property right here. And there's this island of trees, and it doesn't look like much right now, but when you know, these are full of the leaves and stuff and foliage, it is pretty thick. And I'd like to have more of the brushy stuff, really kind of open it, drop some stuff, make some more bedding. You can see here, this was all ag previously, and so we're not only feathering the edges, but we're going to be opening up the canopy, hopefully getting some more sprouts and different things coming up. Forbs that the deer will like, and get a little more bedding. Now, the next peninsula over, across this kind of early successional growth over there, a couple 100 yards maybe, we did find some doe beds. So they do kind of like these little areas, and I feel if we make them even a little bit more appealing, and this is a little bigger than that, again in the middle of the property, they should have plenty of room to also use this as a bedding area. And then we have a blind over on the other side of the farm here, and a ground blind that's on a tower again over there on the other side as well. So a perfect spot for them to be, for us not to spook them on the way in, and so on. But right now we're gonna go take a look. We're gonna see if we can find any beds or anything interesting right now before we start making a mess and things like that. So let's go take a look. So some older tracks here, we just got a little dusting, as you can kind of tell. But the farmer is getting the corn finally. It's been quite a while just because, oh, these are thorns. The weather was so bad, it was very wet, and then he didn't want to ruin, you know, our driveway and things like that. So anyway, so he's taking the corn down today, and not a lot of new tracks around. Pretty, you know, kind of desolate for you know, having corn up and things like that. So there just must be a better food source around than this corn and whatnot that the deer are all going to, because he's done a couple other farms today, and he said one had 15 jump out and another one had about 30 or so jump out. So they're around, but for whatever reason right now they're not here, and we hope to change that. You can see, you know, in the last week or so, we can see there's some poop right there. That's probably actually fresh, I believe raccoon, if I'm not mistaken. Someone can probably chime in on that. But there are some smaller trees in here. I mean, these things that can really thicken up and grow. And also some big ones that are probably shading out the majority of the canopy. Maybe an old rub there. But that's why I wanted to get in here. You can see so much better. It's easier to get through, kind of cutting through the peninsula. Look at this trail. There's actually poop in numerous spots. Poop. Over there's some more. So they're at least using it, if not bedding in here. Some rabbit. And I can tell they kind of go around it as well. So definitely can see things much better right now. In the winter, we'll kind of get our plant snap, our plant picture this, I believe, or plant snap, one of the two. I think picture this is the one we've been using. Test out some of these trees, see what they are, and what ones we want to cut to really open it up. All right, so these kind of small groups of trees are coming up hickory on the picture this app. This big one here, first it said cottonwood, then it said red oak, and then it said black oak, which based on the ridges I am thinking it is a type of oak, but just kind of the app doing that makes it a little bit annoying, because they really don't know what we're cutting, even though we can make a big difference in here regardless, I'm pretty sure. But let's test this tree out right here, why not, and see what this app gives us. So go here, let's get a better angle, and you probably can't really see that too well on the phone screen. White oak. That's a nice one, maybe one we want to hold on to. We're gonna go get the chainsaw. There's some dead ones over there. There's lots on the field edge. This birch, things that we can for sure open up the canopy with that don't have too much value, and go from there. So, all right, all filled up. Back to work. Look, a natural hinge cut. Hey, leave me alone. Oh, come on, dude. Oh yeah.
That's natural hinge. It's going somewhere.
It's slowly.
Is it moving?
It is a little bit. It's eking, it's eking. All right guys, so we just finished up kind of doing a multitude of things, feathering the edges, dropping some canopy to open up the sunlight. I'm going to show you here real quick some of the work. Of course, it's 20 degrees and the GoPro died, so it might look a little bit different here. One thing that I really wanted to make sure we did was leave openings for the deer to cut through and access, so when we dropped numerous trees like over here to really open up a ton of this sun, we put them all on one spot so the deer can come cut right through here. They can still get through. I'll probably still open up another couple lanes, but I have one right over there. I have one on the other side, and this big one right here is a white oak. So what we call releasing that white oak, so hopefully if it's not producing, you know, potentially some years or more years it will. It's not a very great tree. You can see the trunks are kind of erratic and whatnot, but it was really the only white oak right here. A lot of these other ones are just tons of hickory and a few poplar. Believe that is a red oak. I'm pretty sure based on the bark. I know its first reading of a cottonwood I don't think is correct. And then might come back in and figure out what to do with some of these. I know it looks pretty barren now, but realistically, once you know, spring green up hits and we get into summer, it's gonna thicken right up with a lot of this. So we could change it, but in the day's work, I think we did quite a bit. Some of them hinge, some of them felling. It's a little cold for hinging, but it was fun. And you know, hopefully a lot of these trees work and the deer will have a little more food. I'm sure actually in the next few hours there might be some deer back here and nibbling on these this growth that was at the top of the trees. But also, forgot what I was gonna say. You know, besides the hinges, even if they don't work, we got tons of canopy open. We did good. We will be back here hopefully in a week, and we'll see you guys next time.